I know there is a commercial version.
So like
I
you
think
could,
that's
I think it's
cheaper.
like $8 or something like
Yeah.
that, but you're gonna watch like,
Yeah.
60 minutes of commercial for a
I,
30
I
minute
got rid of
show.
cable because I didn't want to watch commercials
That
anymore.
right? Right? Oh my gosh, dude, what's happening? I'm like, like there's something about the fit of all these guys. Like I'm always watching anime or just Japanese culture in general. Like Japanese.
It was an anime style commercial. Like they were making an anime show. It is the most ridiculously good anime. Like the
Oh,
animation was so good and
it,
clean.
it has no right being so.
It has no right being this good. But the dad
And
bod.
he's got dad bod. I love the way they draw him. I love the way they draw his round face and his
Yeah.
tiny little mustache. Like he's got the
I
biggest
love that
chin.
the shirt he's wearing says slim on it.
Yeah.
No major holiday this month. When is that? Oh yeah, that's next month. That's in May. All right. Got that. Got this. Close that. All right. Sakamoto Days. All right. Here we go. In three, two, and one. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Pod. It's me, joined with my co-host Al, and we are here to bring you some more anime, y'all.
In the month of March,
In the
son.
month of March, got a lot of things in March. March Madness is going on. I think St.
Mm-hmm.
Patty's Day is going on this month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Spring break for all the lucky
Spring
people.
break for all those lucky youngsters who can take a break.
I guess teachers get that break too, but they're
Yeah,
not really on
yes,
break, dude. They're out
nah,
there working. You know what I'm saying? Teachers are working
yeah, you know,
too hard, son.
too hard, man.
They're the ones that need the break the most, and
Oh yeah.
they ain't getting it. All right.
I feel like schools nowadays though have a lot more breaks than I did. I
I
feel
don't.
like
Yeah, you ain't wrong. I mean, well, the kids do. The kids get off a
yeah,
lot, man. I'm
yeah,
like, they got like a Monday and Friday off for like
yeah,
President's Day. We never got President's Day.
yeah.
President's Day?
What's
Like
president?
the president of the PTO,
PTO.
like who are we celebrating here?
Yeah,
But yeah, now they get every day off. I know the guys I work next to, he's in the military or was in the
yeah.
military, and they take off every day. I'm talking like
Every
Flag
holiday.
Day.
Yeah,
Just make up a
yeah.
holiday. Like what's today? Is today Donut Day? Taking
Don't
it
they
off.
take it off?
Gotta gotta commemorate those donuts like they're the real
Yeah.
heroes.
Let's see.
Oh wait, we're
We're,
doing anime.
we are doing anime because this is an anime podcast called Anime Me.
And Anime Me is a podcast where we teach you how to watch and love anime one episode at a time.
One episode at a time, first episode at a time. And the name of today's anime, we have the infamous Sakamoto Days.
Somebody else told me about this show. Uh, or not didn't recommend it. They were just kind of like, "Hey, have you heard of this show?" And I hadn't.
Yeah.
And then you tell me that we're gonna watch it, and I'm like, "Okay." And I'm looking through Crunchyroll all over for it. I'm like, "Where the heck is this anime?" And you told me last time, you go, "All right, I'm gonna give you the ratings on it because
Yeah.
last time, like I told you I watched one of these animes with my wife." And she wasn't in on it. She was
Yeah.
not in for it. She was like, "What is going on?" I was like, "You know what? That's fine. You don't have to put with the wife, not with the wife." Like, she could just deal with it. If she ends up in the same room, whatever I'm watching, she's
That's her
watching.
problem.
That's her problem. You been
You
here.
signed up for this.
You said, yeah, whatever I got my eyes on, you got your eyes on too. So, but I go into my Netflix I turn it on, and I don't ever like. We have our different profiles. She has hers.
Yeah.
I have mine. Mine is just mostly, John Wick versus, the world. Like that's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah.
Like it's just one guy trying to fight the rest of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
And Sakamoto Days was the first thing I saw. It like, they give you the recommendation.
Yeah.
Nothing
First
else
one.
pulled up. None of the words. Everything was like buffering real slow, and all I saw was
Yeah.
Sakamoto Days. I was like, the algorithm knows.
It knew.
AI
It
has
read your
figured it
text.
out.
It read the text messages.
It did. It did. It's just like loading them up. All you have to do is just
Yeah.
send the text message to my
Yeah.
phone, my TV now, Joanne. Just
Yeah.
like, just
Put
say, yeah, put put the next show.
I could cast it to your TV from
Yeah,
here.
just cast it to my TV. I'll have toothpicks on my eyes and I'm watching. All right, let me give us a. Wait, do we want to play the name game?
The name game. Let's do
This
it.
is anime name game. Here we go, Joandra. This is a game
Let's go.
where I'm going to tell you two names of an anime
Yeah.
show, and you're going to tell me which one is real and which one's fake.
From the fake.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Anime name game. Here we go. First one. Cat's Fire. Super Strike Team. Got it? Okay.
Got it. Got
Second
it.
one. Reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon.
Reborn as a vending machine. I think. I'm
The
pretty
re-
sure that's the anime.
that's the one. That's the
Yeah.
one. That is the real one. You are a real one. All right. Hey.
I haven't watched it. But I think I faintly heard about it somewhere, mostly because I didn't believe it was a real one.
I can't believe you didn't go for Cat's Fire. I mean, that's pretty close, right? Cat's Fire
Guess
Super
right. It
Strike
sounds like a
Team.
'90s anime, like a
Super Strike
Saturday
Team.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not bad,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe should rethink this game. We're probably getting all these people way higher ideas.
I know, right? They're like, oh, dude, I'm definitely gonna write a story about that. But before you do, let's listen
Before you
to
do,
this Sakamoto
a synopsis.
synopsis. Yes, Sakamoto Days synopsis. And I love this synopsis because it's only 2 sentences long. Here you go. Sakamoto enjoys a quiet life in retirement with his family. But one day, an old colleague demands he returns to the assassin world or face consequences. I think this is why it is recommended to me because that's all I watch.
That's
I
all
all I
you watch.
watch, all I watch is, hey, I used to be an assassin and now I don't want to be an assassin anymore. And then the guy who's in charge of the assassin world is like,
Yeah.
no, you gotta be an assassin. Like, we
Yeah.
can't have you not be an assassin. Like, I think I've watched every one of those. I mean, I'm talking like, John Wick, Nobody,
Yeah.
Love Hurts,
Jason Bourne, Born
Jason
Identity.
Bourne. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like
Uh,
you can't be an assassin and not like, oh, what was the, we watched an anime too. I think I recommended to you from
uh,
HBO. It was the HBO
oh
one.
yeah, Ninja Kamui.
Oh, Ninja Kamui. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ninja
That's another one. Is
Kamui, Way the House Husband,
the way the house husband.
Hatsu.
Yeah, I mean, like it is which makes me think, do you think that there is an actual, like, maybe it's not an organization, just because, well, I mean, honestly, it could be, like, is
Spies are
there,
real, so I mean, I'm
you know,
assuming, yeah.
yeah, spies are real. I watched some show and they were, or a movie, and they were like, hitmen aren't real. But I'm like, yeah, but if they were good though, they would be, like maybe
You
they're
know
that
anything
good.
about the government?
Yeah. Yeah. Hitmen are real, bro. Okay.
Yeah,
They just don't get caught. Okay. They
they
don't get
don't get
caught.
got.
And if they do get caught,
Mm.
I'm saying, like,
Hey,
somebody has to take them out.
yeah.
They're just that efficient. Okay. Let's see here. Let's talk about this show. Oh, let's see here. I wrote down, I used to have round glasses, but I think my wife threw them away. I was like, like there's something about the fit of all these guys. Like I'm always watching anime or just Japanese culture in general. Like Japanese, they figured out like some of the coolest stuff. Like their
Yeah.
architecture is amazing. Their drawings, their, art style, um, their fashion, just all of it. They've just got like an eye for all these things. But
Yeah.
like some of it's not for us. Like, like I can't wear like a Bruce Lee or like one of them like cool kid like coat,
These cool
the cool
uniforms.
uniform.
Yeah.
Like I can't just like wear that out because then everybody's gonna be like, come on, dude, like
Look at this weeb.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get beat up. I'll get beat
Yeah.
up. And so I had some like round glasses, but they weren't like legit like glasses. They were just blue light blockers. I think they're,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
blue
yeah.
light blockers.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm on my computer all the time, and I had them, and I would be like, I wouldn't be out in the world with them. I'm just like, well, I mean, I would take them with me sometimes if I'm like
yeah,
traveling and I have to be on my computer working and stuff. And
yeah.
so I would like put them on. I think someone saw me. I'm not gonna blame somebody. Let's go ahead and keep it down.
Let's go ahead and keep it down.
I don't want to blame
Just
somebody,
whisper
but
this part.
there's some things that I will have, and then they end up disappearing. I thought it was cool, and then
Yeah.
some people don't think it's cool, and they're like, "You ain't wearing these Crocs out in
Yeah,
public." You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Get rid of them.
Gone,
Round glasses, gone.
gone, out of
Your Bruce Lee uniform, smock looking thing,
out.
burn it, burn
Burn
it.
it.
Let's see here. Dragging a sword on the ground is always like the sign of like crazy, right? Like
Yeah.
or
It's always
like
it's like the sign of like, oh, this dude's the guy. Like
yeah, yeah,
he's him. You know.
he's him. Like, oh, be careful. Like if they don't
Yeah.
care about their Hattori's Hanzo sword like
Yeah.
that, then they don't
You're
care
in
about
for a
you.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in for a fight. He's over here sharpening the sword on the ground
Mm.
so that it can go through you like butter, which
Yeah.
it does.
It's
Uh,
almost like the scene in Nightmare on Elm Street when Freddy's
uh-huh.
walking down the alley and
And he's
he's
like,
doing the claws on the fence.
yeah, yeah. That's like a
Because it
move.
also creates that kind of fear inside you when you hear that noise. Because it's
Like
just like, oh snap.
yeah, something's coming. It's
Yeah.
dangerous. Somebody, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of. There's a scary movie where they have a knife and they're like dragging it across the wall, or like long sharp nails,
Yeah.
dragging it. Like those. That's always a move to like scare people, and they should be scared because they're facing. I wrote down, is that Insane Bolt? He's insane. He's like the fastest thing ever, too. Like he's super fast, and like nobody stands a chance. Like
No,
nobody. I don't think he.
nobody,
Oh,
dog.
he's smoking a cigarette. He's
Yeah,
smoking a cig.
the
He's not
whole
even
time.
like he's not even holding it with his hand or nothing. He's holding it in his lip. Like this, it's
he's
still lit.
he's like that old school Southern grandma.
Yeah,
It's just
talking with
always
it,
talking with it.
talking and cooking breakfast.
Yeah,
Say like cooking breakfast, talking with it on the phone, like
yeah.
and serving people. Like he's serving people. He's doing it up in this show, dude. Like, I love the way this is drawn. Like, the fight scenes are crisp.
Dude, so good.
And not even just the fight scenes, but like, even the way, like, sometimes some of these shows, they spend most of the time just doing all the drawings for the fight scenes and everything else just falls to the wayside. This is
Yeah,
like really well drawn everything, right? I don't think I'm completely off base for that. Like, even when they're sitting down and having a conversation, it's all like everything is very well paid attention to. So you feel like there's real attention being played to all this stuff. Let's see here. Doing all this and smoking is diabolical work. I wrote that down. Diabolical. Um, let's see. What else do I have? There's there's a guitar solo. A 2000s
yeah.
guitar solo, but I bet this is not that old because it doesn't feel that old. Um, Oh, there's a scene when the kid's like in the. Does he own a grocery store?
It's a convenience store.
It's a convenience store. So he's in a convenience store. He's running it. There's a little kid there. I don't know if they're related. I can't remember. But the little boy's like shooting this arrow, and this man comes in wearing white jeans and the kid spills like ink on him, from
Yeah.
his backpack. And the man like gets so irate that he's about to pick this kid up and punch him in the face. And I'm like, one, that's an overreaction. Two, who do you think you are that you can wear white jeans?
White
Like,
pants. Yeah.
yeah, you can't wear white pants. Like your mom didn't teach you that you can't own anything white. Like she didn't say
Yeah.
you can't own white shoes. If you do own a white shirt, but you better be very
Yes.
careful with that white
Very
shirt.
careful. Yeah.
And you can't wear white pants. Like who? Maybe only Mr.
If your name
Worldwide,
is Miss
Pitbull,
Worldwide, Pitbull, Freddie Mercury, the only
Freddie
two people who can
Mercury.
wear right.
Yeah,
The only
yeah.
two people can.
Celebrities are the only ones that can wear white pants. You know what I'm saying? Like because they got a closet of white pants. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they got a man who handles white pants for
Yeah.
them. Like, oh, did you get spaghetti on those? Hold on, let's just flip them
Let's see.
out. Boom.
Boom. Got
New
you.
white pants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just be a regular man wearing white pants in a convenience store, or you're gonna get ink on them.
Yeah.
So a little bit of an overreaction. Um, let's see here. Oh, so the guy who is Sakamoto, and then who's our other guy?
Shin.
Shin comes in and is like, oh snap! Like he wants to try to like bring him back into the fold. Like
Yeah.
you were once an assassin, and you need to be back to doing assassin work.
Yeah.
Is Shin like being told by like his boss to bring him back?
Yeah. So basically, there's a hit out on Sakamoto, and Shin's there to like almost trying to prevent that. Like, hey, you know, the boss wants you good, but if you just come back, everything will be fine and dandy. And so that's where our whole like main story is that he left the life, he has a
Hmm.
new life, but his old life's coming back to him.
Okay. So in comes Shin to kind of at first gonna warn him, and he doesn't want to hear it. Sakamoto doesn't hear it. He's just a regular guy. Shin thinks that he's kind of like lost his step. He has not lost his step. The man is still. I
Not
love the
one
way.
bit.
So he used to be like this, like slender, super
Yeah,
fast, sleek, cool guy, and then now he's just like a family man,
dad
and
bod.
he's got dad bod. I love the way they draw him. I love the way they draw
Yeah.
his round face and his tiny little mustache. Like he's got the
I
biggest
love that
chin.
the shirt he's wearing says "slim" on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why? Why? By the way, Shin is if you want to picture him, if you haven't watched the show, if you just picture if Sonic the Hedgehog became like a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like go back and watch it. Think about it. He said if Sonic the Hedgehog became a human being, that's Shin. Let's see here. Oh, so then he like kind of follows him around the neighborhood and he's like Sakamoto is everything to everybody.
yeah.
He like gets a thing out the tree or he trims up a tree. He's like, you know, working.
He's like the head of the neighborhood almost.
Is
Like
that yeah, yeah.
you know,
And he's still in his uniform, by the way. He has the
yeah.
apron on the entire time. I go, you look, I've done this before. You go to your work, you clock in,
Okay.
and then you leave and go do other things.
Yeah, yeah,
This man is playing the game, okay?
yeah,
He did at least, a
yeah.
$2,000 worth of work out there. I mean, trimming them
Oh
trees
yeah.
the way he
Nah.
did, that's at least a $1,500 job, bro. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. This man's got 16 jobs. He is he Mexican? He's probably Mexican, dude.
He's probably Mexican.
Like,
Working all those jobs in one day.
well, working every
Yeah.
one of them jobs.
Yeah.
Uh, he's Speedy Gonzalez, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so there's some stuff in here like the captions. I don't know if you watched this with the captions. I watched it with the captions on dub, and they are hilarious. Like the captions, I feel like are rated G or PG, but
Yeah.
then the audio though, because there was one I didn't write it down, but he says something. He says. let's just say he says some four-letter word. I don't remember
Yeah.
what it was, but the caption was like, "Gee Willikers." You know, it was like, and I'm like, why is the caption like rated G, but the actual
Yeah.
audio? Because it does, they do have a lot of cursing in the show.
Yeah.
Not like heavy cursing, but like, they say,
It is there. Yeah.
yeah, there are some words. And yeah, and like I said, these captions are those captions where they're like almost the same thing. Like they could get away with just reading the captions out. Like I never
Yeah.
read. As I was watching the show, I was reading these captions. I was like, these aren't like. It's not adding or changing. There are some times where the captions will like, oh well, if they would just read that out, that would put a little
Yeah.
bit more. It would make more sense or
Emphasis or yeah.
emphasis. Yeah, 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 yeah. But they didn't. They just have their own. It's kind of some of the translations were really they were interesting. Uh, I'd like to. I need to figure out more. I need to like. I'm gonna go talk to somebody. I'm gonna go to Netflix and go talk to them. Hey, what's going on here? That's all I would have. I got a question. What's going on here? I love they went to a commercial break, which is weird. Maybe you'll explain that to me, but there's no commercials. This is Netflix. I thought this was a Netflix original. Why are we going to a commercial break? But they show the Sakamoto Days
Yeah.
logo and his little like
Round
in
head is
the
the O.
in the O. Oh, dude, I love that, man. Like as a graphic designer,
So good.
it's so good. It's my jam. There's a part in there where there's a guy coming for him, and he does the most baller kicking thing ever. Like this guy comes in with pulls out his gun, shoots the bullet at him. Wait, is it Shin that does it? No, it's
Yeah.
somebody else.
So no
Yeah,
Shin's the one that
because
comes in.
his boss comes in and tells him, "Is he
Yeah.
still? Did you
Yeah.
kill him?"
Yeah.
Uh, that was one of the translations. He goes, the boss asks him,
Did you off him?
"Did you off him?" But if you look at the captions, it's
Yeah.
like, is he dead? Or did you kill
Yeah.
him? Or why is he still breathing? Or something like
Yeah.
that. And so I'm like, there's a lot of ways you could say that, and I don't know which one was the softer way of saying it, but
Yeah.
so he comes in, shoots him with his
Yeah.
gun, and Sakamoto spits his cough drop
Yeah.
at the bullet, and the bullet ricochets.
Trust me.
I
I need
go,
Mythbusters to see if this is accurate.
yeah, is this possible? And you know what? As a self-proclaimed old man,
Yeah.
cough drops just
Always. Yeah.
like, are you sick? No. Is your throat hurt? It could, but because I have
Yeah.
these cough drops, it's not going
You see
to.
the pollution out there today? Yeah, I'm gonna use this cough
But
drop.
yeah, just get a cough drop. And you know what? If somebody shoots a gun at me, maybe I might be at a. Let's see here. There's a part in there where he has that rubber band, and he just like, I think they're gumballs. What is he shooting?
I think so. The gumbos are jawbreakers, but
And I was expecting him to just kind of like ding them around,
yeah,
like just kind of mess. But he's like putting he's putting holes in the
yeah,
walls. He's like with a rubber band and bubble. Oh, dude, I love that scene. I thought that was just hilariously ridiculous, dude. I said I love his round face. Let's see here. Um. Oh, yeah, they do the reveal. They do the reveal when things are happening. So Shin he doesn't complete the task. He goes back to his boss and he tells him, I couldn't do it. You should just spare his life. He's a great guy, whatever. Because he brings him in. Shin kind of, Sakamoto brings him into his house and,
yeah,
feeds him and stuff. And he's like, seen the light, like, hey, this guy's
yeah,
he's just trying to be a family guy.
yeah. He's
And they're like, no, I'm gonna go kill him. They do the reveal. They do the I was an assassin, not anymore, but also this whole convenience store is ready to go.
just a front.
Click the button or type something into the cash register and
It's like what was it? Was it Men in Black 2? when they went into the
Yes.
apartment.
Uh-huh, and everything just
Yeah.
flips, and you're like, oh
Oh,
snap. I go, hey, this story is about me, bro. Like, this is about me, except for without the assassin work and without the skills. I just was like cool, and now I'm like overweight a little bit, and also I reveal like things in my drawers, like with like
Yeah.
Snickers and like it's mostly candy, like it's
Mostly
just
candy.
yeah, that's the reveal. That's the I
Yeah.
when nobody's around, I just like hit a button and like things unfold and it's just like chips and candy.
Yeah.
Hidden, by the way, because it's got to be
Hit it.
hidden.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be eating healthier. Once again,
Yeah.
Joel, listen, I must start whispering again.
West Rica.
We can't let people know
Yeah.
that I do this. Yeah. I mean, I that's most of it. Then there's a battle at the end where these guys come and Sakamoto is there to like save Shin, and he kicks butt and he hasn't lost a step. He's still a big guy, but oh man, one of my favorite scenes though. I mean, he catches he starts catching the bullets with
Yeah.
chopsticks. Oh, dude. What a great, hilarious scene. I love that. Like he's just like he catches multiple bullets out of the air with chopsticks. Like
Oh man.
I think Bruce Lee caught bullets with his teeth,
Yeah.
and Mr. Miyagi would catch flies with chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
But this right here is,
The culmination.
Jackie
Yeah.
Jackie Chan's dad caught bullets with his bare hands. This is like that next level. Like catching a bullet with chopsticks is like
Insane.
is diabolical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is dastardly work, just dastardly. Um, yeah. I think that's mostly what I got. Oh, I had one question. Do you think because Shin can read minds, that's his like thing. He has some sort of telepathic. I don't know how to say that. I'm just kidding. He's got
Telepathy.
this he's got this telepathic way
Yeah.
about him, and Sakamoto, you can't tell if he's talking or not. Like there are some points. Is he talking ever, or is
So
he just reading his mind?
he he'll talk whenever it comes to like certain scenes and stuff, but mostly like when it's a dialogue between him and Shin, it's usually just through telepathy. Like he's
Hmm.
just thinking, he's basically talking. He doesn't have to talk out loud because he knows Shin can read his mind, so he's just saying stuff in his mind, and Shin's
Okay.
reacting to it.
Which, by the way,
Because in the beginning, like when that dude, it shows him, you know, offing him with the ballpoint pen, and
hmm
then that's when we get the reveal of Shin, like, oh, that's a pretty harsh way to go out. And then he immediately thinks of offing Shin, and Shin's like, well, what up? Why you automatically assume that? And then at the very end, which we reveal that Sakamoto hires Shin because he tracked him down to the whole thing because he bugged his gun.
Yes, like super fast. Like he knocks him
See,
out in his convenience store and then puts like a little chip in his gun. So he still's
yeah,
got it. He still got it.
he still got it. He still got it. It shows that Sakamoto hasn't lost a step at all. But he offers him a job and stuff. And so Shin now works at the convenience store with him. And the little kid from before, he's just I don't know if this kid has parents, honestly, because in the beginning, even like his wife says, like, this kid's here a lot. They're like, yeah.
Oh,
So it's
so
like
he's not related. I this whole time I was like,
yeah,
he's got to
yeah,
be
no,
related. No,
it's just some
just
random kid.
hanging out at a
It's
convenience
yeah,
store,
hanging out at the convenience store.
yeah, hoping
And
someone
he
buys him
asks
candy.
yeah, hoping someone buys candy. He asks Shin what he used to do for work, and Sakamoto goes, "If you say anything, I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah,
He's all like, I used to be a cleaner for society."
that was a good a little cover up.
Yeah,
Which also, Shin is going to be the greatest employee ever because he can read
yeah.
minds. Because some
Oh
lady
yeah.
comes in and she's like looking for something and he just hands it to her. And I'm like,
Looking for
dude,
detergent in the food aisle.
yeah,
By the way.
the lady is lost. Thankfully, Shin is going to be, he's going to be employee of the month immediately with those kind of skills, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
immediately.
Immediately,
The
guys. Who
best of all
else?
time.
best of all time, and let's get into the facts so we can know why it's the best of all time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, Sakamoto Days started out as a manga. Of
Of
course.
course,
Here we're
as we
going
do.
back into as we do. So, this was drawn, and so it's illustrated and written by Yuto Suzuki. So, they are the creator of Sakamoto Days. And they actually, so Sakamoto Days came about as a one shot first. So, this was kind of like a little, he made like a little short story one shot, and then it got picked up by Shueisha, and now they're now doing it weekly on the Weekly Shonen Jump app. And I believe, let's see, let me go over to my Weekly Shonen Jump app, guys. You can get it,
Oh,
see all
yeah.
these mangas. Pretty cool. So Sakamoto Days is currently on chapter. It'll be 203, I think. Will be, yeah. 203 chapters right now, guys.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
it's good. So good. Um
I mean, it's already. I mean, I only watched this first episode, and full disclosure, I started the second one,
the second one.
and I'm on to the third one already. So,
Yeah. And so all this came about, so the manga got released in November of 2020. So that's when everything started. So it's pretty recent, pretty new as far as the manga and the creation of it goes. Uh, but it already has like two spin-off mangas already
already.
about it. Uh, so we have one called Sakamoto Holidays, uh, which came out in July of 2024. That was that's illustrated by Tetsu Okawa, who's the assistant on the main manga. So the guy who's working with the person who's working with Suzuka Okawa, they work with Suzuka on the main manga Sakamoto Days, and so they were able to do. They're doing this spinoff story, Sakamoto Holidays. So
Holidays is what are we talking like? Is this gonna be like a Christmas special? Is that what's happening? We're gonna.
Chris Special, I guess something. I haven't looked it up yet. I need to look it up.
Mhm.
um, and so after the manga came out, it got translated into a novel too. So there's a novel version of Sakamoto Days as well. Um, that is by Rinka Misaki, and that came out in December of 2024. So the novel version came out pretty recently, which is kind of the opposite because we usually get the novel and then we get a manga.
That's
So
what I'm
this was
thinking.
kind of going reverse.
I mean, I can see why. I mean, like, these kind of stories I think always do well. Like,
Yeah,
we're talking we named off all those other movies or franchises that have this kind of
yeah.
like they have multiples.
Novelization of the movies or stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
like it's always such a fun concept where somebody's in a world that's like the seedy underbelly, you know, assassin world,
yeah,
and they're just trying to get out of it. And
yeah,
like it just like allows us to have this kind of, this world that you can't even imagine. Like you just like you're in there and you go, this is just the I don't know. I guess maybe part of us even thinks that like, oh, could that be me? Or could, like maybe I
yeah.
might be, or maybe is there
Uh,
somebody around me like that's an
That could be,
assassin?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Could
yeah.
this be
Like
that person? Like,
yeah, are
yeah,
people in the mall just walking around like with
yeah,
guns underneath and they're just like, shooting, like
yeah,
John Wick style, you know what I'm saying? Like just
yes.
out in public, you know.
Out in public, yes.
Public be darned, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
whatever, everybody.
Oh man. And so yeah, Masaki did that. So the novel Sakamoto Days, and then they also did another novel called Sakamoto Days, uh, Koroshiwa no Method, that came out in April of 2023.
Hmm.
And so and it's by Masaki as well. They got two kind of variants of the novels. I think the other novel is kind of more of a spin-off versus as the Sakamoto Days, Kushina Blue, which is the main follows the main story uh, of the manga. And then the anime came out in January of 2025. So it came out this year.
I noticed. I noticed. I was like, as I was clicking through,
Yeah.
there's only 7 episodes,
Yeah.
and I feel like where they're dropping them one a week. What do you think? Is that what
Yeah.
they're doing? They're
I
dropping one a
think I
week?
think that's what they're doing. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out since it came out because
Mm-hmm.
I was watching. It was that while watching Solo Leveling,
Yeah, yeah.
like trying to watch,
Gotta keep
trying to
up.
like piece together which what comes out on what day. It's well, especially since they're on two different websites now. Because
Yeah,
Netflix got a hold of the rights for Sakamoto Days, which is
that's
sorry to say,
interesting.
I kind of trashy because Netflix is raising their prices again. So it's like
Dude, tell me about it, man.
I want to stop, but they keep getting these shows where I can't do it.
I mean, I haven't talked to anybody that's done this, but supposedly Netflix has a commercial version where you can watch,
Yeah, I think
or
they yeah.
are they coming out with it, or they already have? Because I haven't done it
I
yet.
I, I think they already have it. I'm not sure, but
So,
I know there is a commercial version.
like
I
you
think
could,
that's
I think it's
cheaper.
like $8 or something like
Yeah,
that, but you're gonna watch like,
yeah.
60 minutes of commercial for a
I,
30
I
minute
got rid of
show.
cable because I didn't want to watch commercials
That
anymore.
right, right. Oh my gosh, dude, what's happening? I mean,
Dude, just reverting back to it, man.
I'm gonna have to get a TiVo. I'm gonna have to get a
Yeah.
TiVo
So
to
you can skip the commercial
so I
on
go
Netflix.
watch my Netflix show, and like we used to do, like we
Yeah.
used to do. I mean, honestly, if somebody comes up with that, like watch the show on Hulu, and then take the commercials out,
Yeah.
yeah, you build a machine.
Yeah. Get
We're
AI
going
to cut these commercials.
cut these commercials out. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. This was direct. So the studio that animated this was TMS Entertainment, which, if you recall from our uh, January season where we getting fit, they did Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple.
This one did like
Yeah,
because
the
Kenichi.
studio animated Kenichi.
Man, they come a long way. I mean, it would Kenichi looked great then,
Yeah,
but that
it
felt
wasn't
like it
that bad.
was
Yeah,
it
it
felt
felt
like
like a
the
long time ago.
it did, that's what I'm saying. Like it feels like the 90s. That was like
Yeah,
what was that, early 2000s or something like that?
yeah, I think
And
so.
this
Yeah,
is like 20 something years later. And man, you can see how polished
see,
it is. I mean, like I can't say enough about how well like they execute this show. Like it is crisp, clean.
yeah. So
You,
that was 2006. So that was like almost 20 years ago.
almost 20 years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they are doing it up. It is I'm so impressed by it that I want to look up what else they've done like in recent history, like, because if they're part of this, it's probably gonna look really good.
Oh yeah, it's pretty
You
good.
got me halfway.
Uh,
You got me halfway there.
Halfway, and so I did watch this in the sub and the dub. Um,
I'm not
Not
gonna
too
say
bad.
okay,
Not
all
too
right,
bad.
all right,
Not
all
too
right,
bad.
all right.
I would say so Shin's voice actor in the English dub is Prince Zuko in the live action of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Netflix series.
Which I heard was good. I
Dallas
still
Liu
haven't
voices
watched it.
Shin.
I still haven't watched it. I hear it's good though.
Yeah.
And if that voice
Uh
actor is good.
yeah. And the voice actor, I think is for Sakamoto. Hang on, let me double check my notes real quick. So side story, sides. Let's go on a side tangent real quick.
Sure, sure.
Taco Bell is doing crazy things right now. Like they've been doing crazy things. I don't know why
They,
we're letting them get away with it.
I mean, they always have.
They always have. So let me see here. Where did I put that? Let's see. Cast. There we go.
I mean, if you want to live Moss, you shouldn't be doing crazy things, but
Yeah. Living Moss doing crazy things.
it's not possible. You're gonna live less.
Not possible. So the voice actor, the English voice actor for Sakamoto, His name is Matthew Mercer. Homie's done a
Mm-hmm.
lot of stuff, a lot
Really?
of games, a lot of animes, but there's one that stood out to me. So apparently there is a commercial for the nacho fries that Taco Bell did, but it was an anime style commercial. Like they were making an anime show. It is the most ridiculously good anime. Like the
Oh,
animation was so good and
it,
clean.
it has no right being so.
It has no right being this good. But the voice actor for Sakamoto, Matthew, he has a voices one of the I guess characters for this commercial in this anime style and it's all for the nacho fries. Like
That
that's
is
the thing.
the most random. Like,
So when you after you finish listening to this podcast, when you're on YouTube, look up it's called Fry Force. So look up
okay,
Taco Bell Fry Force commercial and
dude.
see how amazing Taco. I think we need to get Taco Bell to do a two piece. I think we
Oh
need to partner with Taco
snap!
Bell.
Yes, dude. Taco Bell brings two piece. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
Right.
think so.
Yeah.
Two piece brought to you by Taco
Right.
Bell.
Talking about
Uh,
Taco Bell.
uh,
Yeah, dude, it
uh,
is so good. Um,
um,
and another interesting fact to you. So both
I just, by the
Matthew,
way, hold on, real quick.
did you
Just
pull up?
I pulled it up.
It looks crazy good.
So that one of the
What?
comments on here goes, Taco Bell anime is low key bussin'.
Yes, dude. I tell you,
Low key bussin'. I'm watching
it
it.
is bussing,
All
guys.
right, all right, I'm gonna go.
Oh man. All right, so where was I? Oh yeah, so Sakamoto's voice actor. So both English stuff, Matthew Mercer, and the Japanese actor Tomakazu Sugita. They both voice characters on Demon Slayer, but not the same character.
They,
So the Japanese voice actor voices Gyuma, the Stone Hashira. He That's Japanese voice actor voices him,
hmm
and Matthew Mercer voices Ubi Shika, the head of the Demon Slayer Corps. So they both not only the same voice actor for Sakamoto, English and Japanese, both have voices in Demon Slayer, but different characters.
dude, that's like breaking my mind a little bit.
Yeah,
Different language, but
yeah,
same anime, but different
but different
language,
characters.
different characters. Nice. I mean, it feels like they spared no expense for this show,
Yeah,
right? Like, I
yeah,
wonder.
it's pretty clean and crisp so far.
I mean, it's always a kind of it feels like a marquee thing for an anime that is like well done. They have
Yeah,
like good production and great voice actors, and they get those voice actors that have done other things, really well. So they have a long list of in their resume.
yeah,
So you can obviously tell that this show is being really paid attention to,
yeah,
and it's been recommended to me a couple times. So
yeah. Like when I was going through animes that were coming out this year, this was one of the ones that was like one of the most anticipated ones for the winter season.
okay.
Uh,
So you already knew about this one coming out.
yeah,
And
yeah,
how
I
and
kind of knew it.
how much of it that have you read of
Uh, so depend. So I'm on episode 4, I think. That's when I caught up.
hmm
I caught up to episode 4 because I was trying to gauge how often it came out.
hmm
So I'm about some episodes behind, but from where it was, I'm a, l- a little ahead in the manga.
hmm
Only because there's a scene that happens that I don't think was in the anime yet. that was in the manga. So I'm trying to figure out. I need to go back and like watch it again and see, because I don't know if this was just like a little kind of tidbit they did in the manga and they didn't put it in there, or if they did put it in there and it was just a quick thing. I need to go back and look.
Okay. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's
I
pretty
will
dang
say,
good.
manga wise, when he did the one shot was a little bit more kind of brutal. So he did kind of tone it down. Like they didn't. So they have the rule, no killing rule. But when he did the one shot, that rule wasn't in place.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Sakamoto Mother was going off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if we did we see a lot of blood on this show? I mean, we just saw people kind of
In the
die
beginning
or
sequence, it's not as like
it's not really gory.
crazy or
Yeah.
gory, but it's just like little like spurts.
Yeah.
You'll see here and there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that it I mean, this is new,
that's
so
about it.
there shouldn't be a whole lot
Yeah.
left on this
So
show.
this
So,
is as far as I've gotten. Kind of those interesting tidbits and stuff. Yeah, so far I'm loving it. You know,
yeah, yeah. And if they are having more, I mean, there's only 7 episodes, so that
yeah.
means that you could get through it. And I don't know, some people like would rather wait for the, are you one that would rather wait for the show to finish up and then watch and binge it all together? Or are you gonna go ahead and try to catch all the way up and then just watch every
Uh,
once a week
if I know when they drop it, and if I'm into it, I'll watch it every week. It drops.
and then just wait?
Uh, and then just wait. Sometimes, depending on what it is, if it's like kind of a long wait, I'll wait, pretty good while so I could binge it a lot more instead of having to wait a long time. Um, but like this was like I said, since I'm not on Netflix that often,
Yeah.
so it was like, but I think it'll be, let's see, I think it's every Saturday. I think.
Well, that's the same for solo leveling, isn't it?
I think so. I can't remember if Soul Liberating was Saturday or Friday.
Oh, or
I thought it was
Thursday.
Friday or Thursday. That's like
No.
like when you get to watching it all caught up, like there's so many different days. So
Yeah,
I
that's
get
true. I say that, but I'm like, I think that may have been something else I was watching.
yeah.
All right, well, let's
All
guac
right,
talk this. But before
let's
we
quack
do,
talk it.
we're gonna play a game called Anime Scorecard.
Anime scorecard.
This, yeah, this is where future Joe Angel puts like a um that sound from what is it?
uh,
The Price is Right.
we the
Bam,
price
bam,
is right.
ba-dam, bam. I think that maybe I don't know. Nah, you don't have to do that. All right. Real simple. I'm gonna give you two animes. We've watched
Yeah,
both of these,
both.
and you're gonna tell me which one has the higher rating. Are you ready for
This is
it?
gonna be tricky because if it doesn't have that many reviews,
Yep.
it'll technically get a higher rating.
Uh-huh. This is you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I can tell you between the two of them which one has the reviews. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
Would you take that for
No, no,
it?
I'm
You're
gonna
just gonna
try it. I'm gonna
just
try and guess. Yeah, I'm gonna go for
okay.
it.
First one, Ghost Stories, our very first anime that we did on
Very
this
first
show.
one,
And second one, Fire Force. Not
Fire
Fry
Force,
Force. Not Fry
not Fry
Force.
Force. Nah,
Fire
Fire
Force.
Force.
Ghost Stories, Fire Force. Which one? All right, give the people
Yeah.
the time. If they're playing along at home,
All right.
give them
Give
some
people
time
time.
to think about this.
Let
Talk it out. Talk it out. Ghost Stories,
talk it out.
Fire Force.
Force. Here we go. Dun, dun,
Mm,
dun,
mm,
dun.
mm,
Well,
mm.
yeah, Ghost Stories is a cult classic, so
Yep. Mm-hmm.
unless you know anime, you won't know it. So the reviews probably aren't as much as Fire Force, as Fire Force
Okay.
is more well known.
Uh-huh. Very good.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say, even with that, I think Fire Force has enough reviews to push it above Ghost Stories.
That's a pretty good
What
guess. That's a
do you
pretty
think?
good guess. All right. So these numbers that I've pulled are from IMDb. Okay. So
I
these aren't
yeah.
like there's a Anime Wiki or these
Yeah.
other kind of like more
These are
specific,
Reddit.
like, yeah, these are Reddit. These are from IMDb, maybe a casual watcher.
Yeah.
Ghost Stories has 3,200 reviews. Fire Force has over 13,000
Thousand
reviews.
reviews.
So almost 10,000 more reviews.
Yeah, yeah.
And Fire Force has a 7.6. Ghost
Yeah.
Stories has 8. It has
Hey,
an
I knew it. I knew
8
it.
stars out of 10. So yeah, Ghost Stories wins.
Oh,
Better reviews.
I was right
Better, yeah. Not
in
yeah,
my yeah,
you were, and you went the other way.
yeah,
So nice. So like in that vein, let's go and let's
yeah.
give our rating to this show, Sakamoto Days. We're guac talking this.
Let's do it.
I mean, you already can tell. I usually you can tell immediately that we how much we enjoyed a show. Like I feel like this show does everything for me.
Yeah,
It is, and I think maybe some things for you. It's got this kind of slice of lifey feel, right? But then
yeah.
it also has this,
Kind of
fire,
John Wick
John
type.
Wick,
Yeah,
Jason Bourne.
yeah,
And so, with that all that being said, it's also like really well drawn. The everything is just done really well. All the choices that
yeah,
are made, I love all of them. Like it's funny, it's sweet. It's they just all the little things that they do so far, only in the first
yeah,
episode and also, the second episode too, but like because I watched that too, but like this is a kind of show that I think that I mean, it's probably gonna I think people are gonna love the show. Like I
yeah.
hadn't
Yeah.
looked up
I think it
reviews.
would be top five for the year for
I
sure.
think I think so. I think so far, if it continues the way it is and it only gets better, then I think yeah, you're right. It's probably going to be one of those shows, just like the way we watched last year, Kaiju number 8 early last year, I
Yeah,
think, and we were like,
yeah,
this show is going to be one of those shows that a lot of
yeah.
people are going to talk about. And sure enough,
Sure.
they did, and people, I mean, this thing's going to get some accolades. So
Oh, yeah.
if we were going to rate this from like, 1 to
One
what?
to five gumballs.
One to
Cop drop.
five,
1 to 5 cop drops.
1 to 5 cop drops.
I
How
mean, you
many?
spitting.
I'm spitting these cough drops. How many bullets am I deflecting with
Yeah.
cough drops? I gotta give this a solid. I want to give it 5, but I always want to leave room for improvement. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and go with the 4.5. We'll go 4.5.
Four and
4.5.
a half.
Just because I've only watched one episode. But like what that means to me though is that I will continue to watch this show.
I mean, you
I
already said you started the second episode.
yeah, yeah. And also,
Yeah.
like the other thing too is I'll probably recommend it to people too. Like this is one of
Yeah.
those shows that you go, anybody can digest this
Recommendable.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a recommendable. It's a fun
It's both
time.
subbed and dubbed already.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's got mass appeal too. I think that's the other
yeah.
thing. Like that's why some of these like spy shows do so well, is because it has this mass appeal. Like not only does it have storyline, but it also has like this fun action, and everybody can kind of,
Yeah.
it's very familiar too. Like it has this
Yeah.
familiar kind of like plot to it. So, anybody can kind of jump into it. So that's where I am with it. Where are you with it?
I like it. I love it. I love the animation. I like the storyline. I like, Family Man. Um, with how far I'm in the manga, with how much anime I've seen, it's done really well, really good, translating it from manga to anime. Uh, the voices, like I said, aren't that bad for me in the dub.
Hmm. Hmm.
They're pretty. I feel like they're pretty good. Uh, I do like how the beginning story, even in the manga, even in like the way he meets his wife. She was a convenience store worker, and it's just like going back into our February stuff. It was like love at first sight type thing. You immediately fell in love and just decided to retire
Yeah,
right then and
yeah.
there. So it really is John Wick right there, because it's like, he met a girl, fell in love. He, you know what?
And
I'm
just
not
like
gonna do this anymore. I'm
I'm
out.
quitting. Yeah, yeah. I
I'm
love it.
quitting,
Hmm. Hmm.
quitting and starting a life. And so I really do like that part of it. Yeah, like you said, the way he's drawn, the all the fits. Like Japan really does do well, like
Yeah.
in real life and in anime with their fits, with the fashion and everything. And with all that being said, the bass line too at the end for the ending song too, that
Hmm.
was good as well. Man,
If it's got a good bass line,
if it's got a good bass line, you got me, man.
I mean that the bass is the heart
Yeah,
of the. I mean, like, well, a little bit. The bass and the drums. The bass and the drums are the
yeah.
heart of a
The rhythm
song.
section, yeah.
The rhythm section gets you, moving.
Gets you
So
going, yeah.
gets you going, gets you right there in
Yeah.
the, you can feel it. You can feel the bass
Yeah,
kind of,
feel it. Yeah.
like. So
That's what you want, man.
that's what
And
you
that's
want.
what the show got.
Life
And
force.
Life Force, baby. So I'm going to give this. I'll give this a 4.5 as well.
Okay, 4.5,
Yeah,
both of us.
yeah,
Uh, I'm all about that. I'm all about,
yeah,
you know, a good show that I can
yeah,
recommend to people that I don't feel like I'm wasting too much time, you know?
yeah,
Like if I'm gonna watch something, it's like eating trash. Like if I'm
yeah.
eating something like garbagey food, like food that's not good for you,
If I'm gonna
it
make garbage, it's gonna be good garbage.
yeah, yeah, good
Yeah,
garbage. It's got to be worth the calories, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So this show is worth my time, you know what I'm saying? So
There's nothing
it,
worse than breaking a diet on some bad food.
dude, no
Like,
joke. Man, that is the worst. And you're like rubbing your hands together, like,
yeah,
oh, gee, I'm about to
here we
like,
go.
I'm ready to
Cheat
like,
meal, here I come.
yeah, gut bomb.
Wasted.
Here we go.
Yeah,
And then, we don't want to waste our time with that.
yeah.
Don't
Nah.
waste your time.
Don't waste your time on that. But what you're not going to waste your time on is this podcast, guys, which is Anime Me, where you can find us at our website, anime-me.com. Where you can find the list of all our episodes. You can find the links to all the socials and podcast platforms, and where you can also find your own Anime Me pod shirt, guys. Because we got those there. We got those ready. Because, like, anime, like Japan has drip, we got the drip as well, guys. And
Get
that's where you can
swagged
find it.
out.
Get swagged out, guys. And let us know in those comments how much you're liking Sakamoto Days and how much you're liking this podcast. And also, if there's any recommendations that you have on shows you want us to watch, let us know. Drop them in the comments, guys, because we're always looking for new shows or old shows, no matter where they came out, when they came out. Let us know, guys, in those comments. And with that, I have been joined with my co host Sal, and we will see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Yeah, so I was thinking like,
Yeah.
if I did some like little games like that.
Yeah. Little
Nothing,
little tidbit here and there.
yeah,
Yeah.
little shorty thing, you know what I'm
Little
saying?
shorty.
Like
Yeah.
just I might come up with some other little games, but
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we could start with it,
Start with it. Yeah.
or I don't know where we could put
Uh
that. Starting with is not too
okay.
bad,
Nah.
or doing it in between, or doing
Try to
it,
think.
just because I was thinking like,
Yeah.
we could kind of break some of it up a little bit,
Yeah.
like um and we don't spend
We
too much
could
time on it.
we could start uh we could do anime names at the start
Hmm.
and then ratings at the end whenever we do our ratings.
Yeah,
We
before
could do
the
like as an additional rating, like, all right, well, let's do these ratings.
uh-huh.
Try that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Because it would be
All
like
right.
with the name of the anime
Yeah.
and with the ratings
Yeah.
of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Brought to you by Tostitos.
Brought to you by Toasty.
If we want to be anime me, brought to you by Tostitos, reach
Tostitos.
out to us if you
Reach
want.
out.
If you want anime me, brought to you
Yeah.
by Tostitos.
He does.
Uh,
Yeah. We got
crunch
some
on some
flavors for
that.
you. Yeah.
Crunch on that. You know what?
Crunch on it.
I don't know. I think they all what is it? Salt?
Salt.
That's their
There's
only flavor.
salt, lime salt, uh,
Light
what else?
salt.
Light
Uh,
salt. They got the bowl shapes. Little
yeah, yeah.
bowls.
Yeah, that really honestly, I mean, that's where they're missing out is on the flavors,
Yeah,
bro. And we're all
yeah.
about Flavor Town, bro.
All about Flavor Town, man.
Me and
Guy
Guy
Fieri
Fieri.
style.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I'm this close to dyeing my hair and getting me a bowling shirt because I'm all about that Flavor Town, son.
Flavor Town. Oh man.
Let's see here. I was gonna tell you something about something.
Something
Hmm.
about something. Uh,
Uh,
isn't there a holiday this month? No, is that
Spring
me?
break. Yeah, we don't do spring break because we're grown up,
Yeah,
fool.
we're
Like, you know
grown
what I'm
ups,
saying?
man.
And
We
for
grown.
that we don't have
We don't get breaks, man.
we don't get breaks. Yeah, maybe a coffee break.
Yeah, got a break somewhere.
M- Maybe if you want to take up smoking, you could take a smoke
Yeah,
break just for the break. Just for
just for the
the.
break. I don't even like smoking. I just want a
I'm a,
break.
yeah,
I want
yeah.
that additional break.
Like, hey, this is killing me, but
Yeah,
so is work. So you got
yeah,
to choose one, or get you some Nicorette gum. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
yeah,
I'm I'll go out there with all the rest of the smokers and chew Nicorette
yeah.
gum. You know?
Let's see.